More to come on that strike situation with the UAW, but first, good morning and thanks for being with us on this rainy Wednesday. I'm Amy Lange.
I'm Brandon Hudson. Some areas of Metro Detroit, including here in Southfield, are already under severe thunderstorm watch. I saw those dark clouds rolling in as I pulled in the parking lot. You may see them out of your window. We start with Derek, who's tracking the storms for us. Derek, good morning. What time are we seeing these storms move in our area?
Well, guys, we've already seen the storms in many spots. Good news now is those severe thunderstorm warnings that were in place are gone, so we do not have any active warnings, but the radar is very active. You can see that there in and across the area. And if we zoom into some of these spots, you'll see these blotches of red that are moving down. So through Lapeer, through Waterford right now, tracking into at least some spots close to the city of Detroit. So the Grosse Points are dealing with it, and it is a very active scene out there. We're going to continue to see some of this weather and some of these storms develop, even on the backside of it, from Fenton through areas north of Novi, and some rain in and around the Howell region. Let's discuss your forecast moving forward. So we'll take to the computer and we'll talk about what we can expect from here, and what that is going to be an active 48 hours of weather. So we've got some storms and some severe weather that is possible as we move through today, through tomorrow as well. And I'll tell you what, even overnight, we could see some of those strong storms. There's the one that's impacting some of our and a lot of our viewers from Warren through St. Clair Shores and Harper Woods. And then back as we zoom it out a bit farther, filling in through areas in White Lake, Oakland County, even northern Livingston County, still dealing with some of those thunderstorms. So planning on this over the next 48 hours. Severe storms, they're likely. Now, here's why I say likely, because there's some uncertainty here with where the worst of the weather is going to develop. I'd love to say it's going to happen right over us, or it's not going to happen right over us, but the truth is the instability is out there, so we need to plan on that. And we're planning on winds of 60 miles an hour. We're planning on large hail. Already received reports of over 1 inch in diameter. And Fox Futurecast keeping that orange in the region through tomorrow, overnight tonight, into tomorrow night too. You'll see Thursday 10 p.m. There's still more of that. So if any of that kind of balloons up right on top of us, we're dealing with some of that real strong weather. So it's something to plan for over the next couple of days. There's your rain chances. We'll dig more into those details for you coming up in just a few minutes. Guys, back over to you.
Let's get to our headlines. There are new developments in Monday's abduction of the infant twins in Livonia. Yeah,
their disappearance prompted an Amber Alert before they were brought to a police precinct in Detroit hours later. Now, there have been several arrests. Fox 2's Robin Murdoch joining us live with the latest on this very strange case. Robin.
Good morning, Amy and Brandon. I did talk to Livonia police just a short time ago concerning those 4 arrests that they have now made in the case. They tell me that one woman was arrested on Monday. The other 3 were found and arrested at a home in Detroit yesterday. They say it was a priority to get these people off of the streets. And now that they are off of the streets, their investigation, though, it is still continuing. In fact, the captain that I spoke with says it is very much active and ongoing.
I'm still going through it. I'm still shaken up about it.
Roughly 3 days after this woman's twin grandsons were kidnapped from a Livonia hotel, resulting in an Amber Alert, then safely returned some 12 hours later to a police precinct in Detroit, she's still trying to make sense of the chaotic chain of events. And so are investigators, who have now made 4 arrests.
These are 14-day-old babies, and time is ticking. We're fortunate that they were turned into the 9th precinct. But at the end of the day, we have the 4 individuals that we believe are responsible in custody.
This captain with the Livonia Police Department confirms these 2 females, ages 23 and 16, seen on surveillance video from inside the Quality Inn on Sunday night with hoodies covering their faces, are among those now in custody, connected to the abduction of Montana and Matthew Bridges. The boys were just 14 days old when they were allegedly left alone with them while mom got a pop.
Befriended her on Facebook like, we will help you, we would do this and that for you, but it's fake.
2 men ages 18 and 19 are also under arrest at this time. The grandmother says they were targeted after the parents took to social media looking for help with the newborns. They believe the same suspects were also involved in a violent break-in at their Detroit home the day before. The reason they were staying at the Livonia Hotel in the first place.
Every day and every minute is something different. It's just new stuff coming in and coming in.
Now, one of the suspects currently in custody is a juvenile, just 16 years old. We are told that they are being held at the Juvenile Detention Center in Detroit. Now, investigators, they do hope to turn over their paperwork to the prosecutor's office by the end of the day. So in a couple of days, we should have a better idea of what charges could result from this. So we'll, of course, keep you posted on what happens with that, and hopefully we'll get a little bit more clarity as to each of the suspects' roles. For now, we are live outside the Livonia Police Department. I'm Robin Murdoch for Fox 2 News.
Yeah, Robin, you really feel for this young family. It looks like they were in need of some help and a bit vulnerable and really targeted, victimized, taken advantage of. And that's obviously just not right. I think you mentioned, though, we're trying to get some clarity on the roles of these various people. What were these women planning to do with these children? I mean, this is just so bizarre.
You know, I think that is just the huge question in all of this. Why were these kids taken in the first place? What were they planning to do with them? As you know, a lot of the times investigators keep a lot of stuff close to their chest because they do not want to ruin the investigation, jeopardize the case in any way. So I imagine at the arraignment, a little bit more details will come out, and then at the prelim, more will come out. So eventually there will be, more clarity into all of this, but it certainly is going to take some time. Back to you, Amy.
All right, absolutely. Thanks so much, Robin Murdoch. As always, we appreciate you.
Another big story here. Lately, there's been a lot of tough talk and some action by the Auto Workers Union. 3 weeks until contracts expire. UAW is about to turn up the heat on the big three automakers. They plan to practice picket this afternoon.
Yeah, this comes as 150,000 UAW members hold strike authorization votes. Fox 2's Josh Landon with the latest.
There's actually a rally on Sunday in Warren, hundreds gathering at that event. Union President Shawn Fain among the speakers. Now the UAW fighting for more pay, the return of pensions, a 4-day work week, and other demands. The workers standing in solidarity with their other union members and their president. Of course, this all involves the big three, Stellantis, Ford, and GM. Now, September will be a very telling month for the auto industry. The current UAW contract will expire, and Ford is making some preparations ahead of that deadline. The automaker is telling some of its white-collar employees they could be temporarily put to work in warehouses if the UAW issues a strike against Ford. That could mean salaried workers might be operating forklifts while the warehouse workers hit the picket lines. The fill-ins would assure dealerships and customers of needed parts and services. The UAW, again, is asking for pay raises, restoration of pensions for newer hires, and other benefits. Here's one comment from a union member.
I have 48 years with in the big three, and I've lost a lot, and I want to see all the people gain COLA and all the things that Shawn Fain is working for, and I support Shawn Fain 100% for what he's doing, and I thank him.
Once again, UAW members standing in solidarity. Their current contract is set to expire on September 14th. Therefore, the next few weeks could be very telling for what happens in the auto industry, especially right here in Metro Detroit. In Detroit, Josh Landon, Fox 2 News.
Here's another local strike that appears to have come to an end. With a week left until fall classes, striking grad workers at U of M have reached a tentative deal. And now they're voting on it. The agreement between the University of Michigan and graduate student instructors is a 3-year contract. Both sides say they like the new contract. It includes pay raises, childbirth leave, harassment protections, and more. The results of the vote will be announced on Friday.